Hello and welcome to WFAN Point 90 Baseball with the Boys. Today we're going to discuss Shohei Ohtani and Justin Verlander. Will they stay? Will they go? Mike, what do you think?
I think Shohei Ohtani is definitely going to stay in Los Angeles and be an Angel for the rest of the season. No one really wants to be known as the guy that's going to trade him. It just looks bad. Go back to when Babe Ruth was traded to the Yankees. Obviously, that was probably the worst trade in history. And it just looked really, really bad on the guy that did it. No one wants to be known as the guy. I mean, yes, you're going to get pieces and parts in that deal if you do. But don't remember, it would only be for half of a season. Not even half a season. A little less than half, actually. And, just keep him. It looks good. All the Angels fans love him, and it's great for the baseball if they trade him. Though next year, I do think he's actually going to go to the Dodgers, and he's going to play for them. Obviously, the Dodgers been saving money. Last year, they did not get a big free agent. They got Grove, but 2 years ago, obviously, they got Freddie, so it's all right. Grove is called up, and Miguel Rojas last year, but yeah, and we can talk about Verlander. I think he's gonna stay as a Met. The Mets are gonna try to make the playoffs. He's not played that much as being injured, but he's played enough and hasn't done great. But there's better days to come. That's for sure. Just like anything.
Zach, what are your thoughts on Shohei and Verlander?
Well, if I were the Angels, I would be actively trying to ship him off anywhere, for as many prospects and draft picks as possible. That is a generational talent and a team that's contending for a ring right now. Let's say the Rays or the Orioles. Even if it is for half a season, you get that chance to have a generational player, maybe even the GOAT of all time, and be able to contend for a ring. Then next year, try to be the first to re-sign him, I guess. I personally think he will go to the Dodgers, and I know Artie Moreno, the Angels owner, is trying to keep him, which does not make sense, as they are not really in playoff contention right now. But if I were the Angels, I'd try to ship him off, but that does not sound like what they're doing. On the opposite, for Verlander, he's another old, but he's still got enough left in the tank, especially I think for this season. Verlander is a great fit for probably a team that just needs that last pitcher in the rotation. There are rumors that he's going to the Astros. I believe he will go there because the Mets can probably get a haul back for him. And the Astros are trying to just contend for another title here. So
don't forget to call our number at 631-525-3649. Again, 631-525-3449.
And it
looks like we have a caller calling in now. What is your name and where are you from?
I'm Andrew Blanchett, and I'm from Boston. And I gotta say, anyone who thinks Shohei Ohtani should stay in LA is an absolute idiot. Tell me what you would rather have. Would you rather get rid of Shohei a bit early when you're not in playoff contention, but get a haul back for him, but then miss the playoffs at the end of the year and then have him walk to a team like the Dodgers? That is ridiculous. Imagine how much talent you could get from trading Shohei Ohtani to a big team to maybe even get to a playoff push this year and more likely next year. Shohei Ohtani should be traded, and there's no other correct opinion.
I'll say this. He could be traded, but I don't know if they're going to trade him because they want to keep him, and it just seems more of a fit. Then again, I did talk about him going to the Dodgers, but then again, he could just stay in Anaheim because it just might look better for the Angels. The fans love him. You're getting so many fans that participate going to the game. It's great. But another thing, he's just so good. And they're not gonna trade him. I don't believe so. But they could, and they could get a lot of good players in that deal. You could go to the Mets and you could get Beatty and Alvarez. You could go Baltimore, but then again, Baltimore, they would love to make a push. But then again, it would be strange seeing him on Baltimore just because they're not the team. It's like that I think of, like it's either a big market team like the Dodgers or the Yankees, which in a way you could go there too.
Zach, what are your thoughts?
I totally agree. Shohei is one of those few who can very easily change the franchise. But I think teams like the Dodgers are gonna let him walk because his value is so high, and he is pretty much gonna walk in free agency, and he knows his value, so teams don't see the reason why to give up so many assets for him.
And we are going to head to break. Don't forget our sponsor, Subway. Eat fresh.